All right, let's get to our next topic, guys. Before we do that, I want to let you know that we are doing tomorrow night. It's not technically a post-game show because we're probably not going to do it after the game. But myself, Earl, and G are going to hop on, and we're going to do some instant reaction whenever the Browns take out Shedeur Sanders and put in Tyler Huntley.
It'll be a very measured response to whatever happens.
We figured it wasn't worth waiting till the very end of the game.
No,
if
because who
Shedeur
cares
plays
what
a
Tyler
half.
Huntley does?
No one cares about Huntley, so we are going to react to what we see from Shedeur and some of the other Browns rookies in the early part of the game. So get ready. It could be in the second quarter. It could be midway through the third quarter. But we are going to go live as soon as we know Shedeur Sanders has come out of the game and to give you guys some instant reaction to what we saw from the Browns rookie quarterback coming up on our YouTube channel. All right, guys, I was reading The Athletic yesterday, and Mike Silver of The Athletic had an article, and it was about Joe Flacco. And it was about Joe Flacco kind of finding his role in this Browns offense, coming back to Cleveland as the established veteran. But something stood out to me in that article that I had not heard before that had nothing to do with Joe Flacco. So I'm going to read word for word a passage from Mike Silver's article on The Athletic.
Good that you're reading it because he has blocked myself and 80% of Cleveland on Twitter.
I want to get to that. I want to get no. Mike Silver.
Mike Silver.
I want to get to that at the end of this. But this is from Mike Silver's article yesterday in The Athletic. Quote, after trading up to take Sanders in the 5th round, the Browns rejected multiple trade offers for Gabriel, preferring to move forward with both rookies. Sanders, who sat out Saturday's practice with a sore throwing shoulder, has gotten fewer first-team reps than Gabriel thus far. I'm going to reemphasize part of this segment. The Browns rejected multiple trade offers for Gabriel, preferring to move forward with both rookies. Bull.
Yeah.
Are you buying the fact that multiple teams called Cleveland, made an offer for Dillon Gabriel? Are you buying the fact the Browns would have then rejected all those offers, considering they used a 3rd-round pick on him? It's something we haven't heard anything of, hadn't been reported by anyone else before, and that little part of the report caught my eye.
I don't know. I mean, I got my beef with Mike Silver, so I don't want to be biased about it. I'm sure he didn't make it up, but I find it hard to believe that multiple teams called the Browns for a guy that every team could have had in the 3rd round. I mean, because he was a late 3rd-round pick. I mean, if teams called it, what were they offering? 5th-round picks?
I have no idea.
I mean,
it didn't get
the Browns took him in the 3rd round. They'd look pretty stupid if they traded him. So I don't know. I do find that a little hard to believe, but I don't want to call a guy a liar, especially because I don't like him and I don't want my personal bias to get in the way. So I'm not sure.
I'm not surprised. Well, first off, I'll assume this is true. Let's assume the team's called. I mean, why would Mike make this up? Teams call.
He wouldn't.
It's draft night. They take Gabriel, then they take Sanders. So teams are thinking, well, man, they got a steal with Sanders, who some people thought was going to go 1st round. And then they got Gabriel. So now all of a sudden they maybe would like to unload Gabriel at a lesser value. So teams would then make that call. The Browns took him top 100 because they think he's good or thought he was good.
Yeah.
They're not going to trade him on draft night, or they wanted to at least get the guy to camp and see, because they don't have a quarterback. And their whole response to not having a quarterback was to take 2 in this draft, not a high one. They're planning to do that next year, obviously. But to take Gabriel and then you take Sanders, you took Sanders because you're sitting around, you're like me going to the shoe store, you're like not looking to buy anything, and you're like, oh, dude, they got some Jordan 5 grapes for like $90. It's like, okay, well, I'm gonna take them.
Yeah.
So then I buy my sneakers, and then I'm like, well, yeah, but I still got those Jordan 3s that I really like. You know, I mean, so I'm gonna wear those.
Yeah.
And now you're sitting here, you got a surplus of bad quarterbacks. But the draft night thing, no, I'm not worried, or not worried, but I'm not like they should have traded him or looking back at that. Now, if someone called now, I'd be like, what do you want to give him?
Yeah.
So no, the draft night thing, it's a non-issue. Even though I say that could have happened, that teams called.
Yeah, I agree with you. Everything you just said. I don't see why I would trade the guy that I circled. Like I say, the Browns, they could have got any quarterback in this draft outside of Cam Ward. They had the number 2 pick. They could have got any of them. They punted on all of them because they thought Dillon Gabriel was the guy. Therefore, I don't think, why would you trade him if you believed in him that much?
Right.
Especially on draft night. You got to at least see him. So, I don't.
Man, if the Browns had not drafted Shedeur Sanders in the 5th round, or if somebody else had taken him beforehand, What the hell have we been talking about for the last?
It's been the only story.
We would have had nothing to talk about.
We'd have been talking about.
I mean, I guess
Joe Flacco.
We would have talked
Pickett.
more about Dillon Gabriel, I guess, but
Sure.
We maybe have mentioned their top 5 pick more than twice.
But what are you supposed to say? He's a defensive tackle.
I know.
That's what we're supposed to talk about.
I'm excited to see
They
him
say
tomorrow
he's
night.
really
Man,
good.
he looked good
They say
battling
he-
with the center the
They
other
say
day.
he's really good. They say
He might be great, but like, how much can you talk about a defensive tackle?
We talked about Aaron Donald a lot.
Did we?
I did. Shoot.
Aaron Donald.
It's only been 2 dudes I ever seen like in the flesh.
Yeah.
That I was like, yeah, he's elite. Like it's clearly a difference between the average player and where he's at.
Who's that? Aaron Donald and Joe Burrow.
And Khalil Mack. I watched both of them in person. I was like, yeah, it
Different
ain't
guy.
even close.
Aaron Donald's getting double-digit sacks from a defensive tackle position. I mean,
Yeah. Now Aaron Donald did some stuff.
Yeah.
Like watching it live, it's like, yeah, he crazy.